full of life. My soul is flooded with anger and strife. Dry eyes full of tears, happiness is only a facade. Accepting there's only agony and despair is now gone. Echoes and prayers have no place to land, so my dreams turn silent and slip from my hands. So as you wake me from my nightmarish dreams, listen loudly my silent screams. Echoes and prayers have no place to land, so my dreams turn silent and slip from my hands. So as you wake me from my nightmarish dreams, listen loudly my silent screams. In my mind, a world of confusion, hoping and wishing it was just my delusion. Cold and heavy, I throw at your feet my broken heart with barely a beat. With barely a beat. With barely a beat. In my mind, a world of confusion, hoping and wishing it was just my delusion. Cold and heavy, I throw at your feet my broken heart with barely a beat.
And this wasn't part of the PCA driving that I was getting footage on, because I don't believe that. Um, I just don't think that Kopaka is involved. Steptoe is the apartments, the name of the apartments that Koberger lived at. Now we're going to the coffee house apartments where Kopaka lived at. So basically, all of Steptoe, and then where BK lives, he's kind of up on the hill off to the right. And I'll tell you where you would turn if you're going to be heading to there. Whoops, I did another circle there. Hold on. Let me scoot ahead. All right. So when you turn right here, and there's a little road that comes up, that's where you turn right. So watch, we're going past. There's a road that you turn right. Not there. Coming up. So see where these cars are coming out of? See this road right here? That's the road that you turn right. And this is why I'm saying a cop just, they had to use one of the tips that the provider ride gave, because he's the one that provided BK's tip, okay? It states it in that article. And this is what I'm saying. For a cop to just drive by and go, oh shit, there's an alarm. No. Because you got to go turn right, you got to go curve around, and then you got to go up a little more, and then you turn right. And then even after you turn right, you have to keep going back to BK's apartment. So I'll show you, like, this is where you have to go, right? This is, and you'll see where I turn right. Whoops, here, let me rewind it just a little bit. So you'll see, I'll back out of the apartment. You'll see where we get to the stop sign, and then I'll flip it back to the footage that I was just on. This is where you have to go. You have to drive up that road and turn right and go here just to do that, all right? Look at how far back the apartment is. Very back corner, okay? LE is just not driving by. Plus, this spot is at a frickin' hill, at a slope. So the see how far we're still away from this road? You're gonna tell me that they're saying, "Oh, that's a white Elantra." No, they're not. No. We're not even at the stop sign yet. See how that hill, it kind of hides everything back there. You're not, nobody's just driving by going, oh, hey, look. No. There's a reason why two officers went there, one from Washington State and one from Moscow, because they both got the tip about BK from the provide a ride driver. You're going to tell me a cop driving by is going to go they're not going to see. No. Not just driving by. They went there with a tip. And the tip came from the DoorDash driver. This right here is the intersection that we were just at, okay? Now we're going to continue from that, where that other car's at ahead of us. We're going to continue and go from there, and now we're going to Kopaka's. So you saw us drive down that road. Now we're heading down this road, and this is how close Kopaka's is. It's not right next street over. It's a few minutes away, but it's really not that far either. And then I'm going to take you through the coffee house apartments too. I'll share the article with you where it states that he did it. I'm really pushing the show. I might have to I'm going to bump my morning show back a little bit because I still need to go through a couple things here. Let me go ahead and do that now. Let me change my show tomorrow till, let me see. Let me do 10:30 because I'm still going to be working another 2 hours after the show probably. We'll do 10:30. And we'll do 10:15 for now. I might have to update it. All right. So, oh, no problem. I want to make sure that I cover everything in one episode. You know what I mean? And if I got to bump it back, it's no problem. I'm here 24/7, so it's not like the only thing I need to do tomorrow is go get some razors, and that's it. So we're heading to Kopaka's apartment here from BK's. Now you're going to be going down the same road that you went according to the PCA, but when we get to 270, right? Stadium Way 270. When we get to 270, the PCA tells us we go left. Now when we get to 270, we're going to go right to go to Kopaka's. Now I'm going to show you guys why Kopaka just, there's shit out there about Kopaka hanging out in the parking lot until BK drove by and said, "Hey, come on, get in." No. And to sit there and tell me that if Kopaka was hanging out there waiting for BK so he could hop in, he would stand the fuck out. And I'm going to show you why. $10:30 for me, Nina. Because it's probably going to take, just to make this like 20-minute highlight, it'll probably take me about 2 hours. That's the thing that takes the longest, is the short form content. That's the stuff that takes the longest because you got to clip it and edit it and splice it and, get the times right and, And if anybody has like any ideas and any shows, hey, you should make a highlight about this, let me know. Because really, I just do my shows and then I do my post prep after, or my pre prep for the show. And I don't even, there's times people are like, man, you need to make a highlight of that. And I'm like, well, I didn't even know it was that important, That's probably why people with bigger channels think they have booms, and it's like, no, we've already talked about this a long time ago. It's on video. All right, we're still going down Stadium Way. I miss, if I went to live there, I would definitely want to go to school at Washington State. It's so cool there. Shout out to the Washington State students as well. Appreciate you. And of course, Idaho, I appreciate you too. But the Washington State students were really fucking cool. No, you can only in due time. You know what I'm saying? Fine wine takes time. So, trust me, there will be a point where my voice is that loud. You know what I'm saying? Wazoo. I would love to go to college at WSU. I definitely would. I loved it there. I really did. The vibe, the chill, everybody was so laid back and down to earth and um just in good spirits, you know what I'm saying? It was just like the vibe. I loved it. That's why I missed it so much when I left, because I was like, man, if I ever did it, this would be right here. All right, so now we're going to turn right. Like I said, we're going by Kopaka's, okay? And I'm going to show you why dude ain't hanging out outside waiting for Coburger to come pick him up. You out of your damn mind. Okay, so when you come up here, you're going to turn left. It's not really that huge, Crime Solver. Well, I guess maybe if I'm comparing it to the other universities I've been to. All right, so right here, and let me take me out of the picture here so you guys can get the full spectrum of it. Off to our left is Coffee House Apartments, okay? Now, I wanted to get the visual on the left. Now, what I'm doing now is I'm going to come into this parking lot, back up, turn around, and go through the parking lot so I can get both visuals captured in the footage. I wanted to get the drive-through of the front and then an also drive-through of the back. Do I think the victims and who's being accused knew each other? I highly doubt it. But then again, maybe they did, because I've always wondered, maybe the person that maybe one of the girls was using the K-bar in the sheath to protect themselves from the person that committed the crime, and that's why the sheath wasn't on a belt loop. And who's to say that the person that committed the crime didn't take it as a souvenir? Now, you see that car driving by up there, right? You see the car driving by, that's on another road. You see the road up above it because you see the guardrail, okay? This is going to be very important. Please take a mental picture of that, everybody. The guardrail, how high it is compared to where we're at, because it's also going to go into what I'm going to explain to you, and it's going to be a few step explanation. So, number one, take a mental picture, see that guardrail, see how high it is compared to where we're at right now. All right, now we're going to be going behind Kopaka's Coffee House Apartments. And there's a few things I'm going to show you. Okay, I want you to notice something else. Okay? Notice how high this, see the elevation. And see, you have to go by those dumpsters to even get past the fence to even get up there, okay? Elevation. elevation. Now, see up into the top right. See that sign up there. Take a mental picture of that, because that sign I'm going to show you as we come back around. See that sign right there. Now, we're going to drive through this. And like I'm saying, if somebody's going up there, hanging out, they're not going to be chilling in the parking lot, okay? They're not chilling in the parking lot waiting to see somebody drive by. If somebody has their phone shut off already, how in the hell are they going to call them? They're not. So there's not somebody hanging out in this parking lot that can see anybody driving by. Number one, I'm going to show you more. Keep in mind that sign. Keep in mind that sign. All right, now we're leaving the coffee house apartments. We're going to be coming up to 270 and we're going to turn right. Then I'm going to go. Actually, I don't even remember where I go after that. I think I keep going straight, but I can't remember for sure. It's been a while since I watched this one. There's other ones I haven't even watched yet. So if you guys enjoy these shows where we're going through different parts of the footage and stuff, let me know, and we can have another one where we watch some of the other stuff that we haven't watched yet. So I'm just sitting at the stoplight, stop sign, waiting. Stop sign, I suppose. All right. Now, keep in mind that sign, okay? I told you guys to check it out, look for it, keep it mental picture, snap. There's the 76 gas station, okay? At Stadium Way, remember? All right, now, see the sign to the right. Remember that sign that we saw while we were sitting into the parking lot, okay? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to back it up. I wanted you to see where we were at. That's how close we are to that sign, okay? I'm going to back it up just a skosh. And that's why I'm saying there's nobody chilling in the parking lot waiting to see somebody drove by, especially with somebody that supposedly shut their phone off or can't communicate because it's in airplane mode. If somebody's going to be standing up there where that sign is at, or where you could gain access from the dumpster, you're going to stand out, people. You're going to stand out. If you're standing there waiting to see somebody, no, you're going to stand out. You're going to be on surveillance. You're going to be on the same surveillance that supposedly picked up BK's car, okay? So that's why I'm saying to people that want to boom that Kopaka hopped in and hung out with BK, there's your deflation. Okay. Now I'm going to switch to, let me see here. I got to find the Grub truck one real quick. Let me see here. That was not in the PCA route. That was in the general video section. So let me go 34 or 35 maybe. Let me see. I got to kind of skim through it real quick. I apologize. Okay, that's when I ended and stopped and got gas. Is it 35, 46, or 52 maybe? That's okay. So that, let me see here. Okay, so that is not it. So 46 maybe. It might be 52. Let me see. 46. We're in Moscow. I think it's 46. Yeah, it's got to be 46. So let me pull that up real quick. It should be. Because it's looking familiar now. 46. Hold on one second. All right, so we need to go to Moscow general area section videos and 46. All right, there's that damn A&W again. All right, so now we're going to be driving down. This is downtown. Oh, yeah, there's Christchurch. Oh, yeah, you guys remember that? So here, this is Christchurch, everybody. So when you put in Christchurch into, I better pause it. When you put Christchurch into your GPS, everybody, when I'm sitting here driving and it's taking me down this path, I'm going, why in the hell is my GPS taking, excuse me, why in the hell is my GPS taking me down a frickin' alley? Why is my GPS taking me down an alley? And again, just like most times when you're in Moscow, I'm sitting here going, oh crap, there's a truck coming. What am I going to do? Because we both can't fit. And thank God the dude turned right. Now, this building right here, this tan brick cinder block building, that's your Christchurch, everybody. And when, like I said, you put in Google Maps and you type in Christchurch, Moscow, Idaho, and you're on the streets of Moscow, this is literally where it takes you. This isn't like this is where it takes you. That's why I'm sitting there before I even turn down this road. I'm like, why the fuck am I going down an alley? Like before I'm sitting here driving, please turn right. I'm going, okay, why am I going down? I'm going down an alley. Why am I going down an alley? Shit you not. Because I don't know Moscow. I had boom, 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 put it in my Google Maps. Directions. This is where it took me. This is Christchurch. And then we'll show you the Grub truck in the daytime and you'll shit too. Look at that. You got a parking lot to the left that you can park 8 vehicles. This is Christchurch on the left, everybody. Does it look like a vacant office building that does like there's nothing? That's Christchurch, people. You can park 8 vehicles. So I understand why people think that there might be a lot of pull when it comes to Christchurch, but when you take a look at that, and then you combine with the fact that the pastor is saying that only 10% of Moscow is part of Christchurch, I don't think they're as powerful as everybody thinks they are. I really don't. All right, so let me skip ahead. I know I went. Let me see here. Let's get to the Grub truck spot because you're going to shit if you have not seen that either. Was this me leaving? No. I'm just going around different parts of the neighborhood. Hold on. Where was the Grub? Okay. Did I really need to take like a day or two off and go through all my videos and mark them. I know I was going by where Koberger's in jail. No, that was a different part, Johann Apple, I think. There was a building right there and it was a permit parking only and it was something else. I'll pull it up on Google Maps in a second. We'll show you. I think this is where I think this is it because I do a couple loops. I think it's after this. Let me scoot it ahead just a little bit. All right. I think it comes up after this. Gosh, where exactly? I don't want to miss it. Let me see. So we're at 11. Let me just kind of skip around here. I think it's coming up. So before this, if I turn left, I'm going to rewind it just a little bit because I show the pillars on the other angle before I drive into where the grub truck's at. And this might be where I show the pillars. Good night, Scarlett. Thank you for hopping in. Man, it's already 1 o'clock. I might have to bump back my show to like 11. I got a lot of work to do tonight after we're done. But I wanted to make sure that I showed you guys this all in the same episode too. We got plenty more to go through. But just think about it. Go watch the grub truck after we're done if you don't have it already implanted in your memory, okay? Go watch the grub truck when you're done, and I need to get rid of me out of this screen. Hold on. Hold on a minute. All right, we'll do this. Here, we'll flip me up right. Because you guys got to see these pillars, okay? But when it comes to the grub truck, and this is where I'm coming from when it's like, whoa, this is crazy. So if you have it implanted in your head, in the grub truck, you know how you got the top left camera. Focus on the top left camera when I'm going to explain all this stuff in the daylight, okay? The top left camera where you see the windows going up and down along the side. Just keep in mind that part when I discuss it. Okay, so up here, you see, you got the pillars. See the pillars off to the left. All right. So when you're thinking about the grub truck, okay, and you have to keep all of this in mind before I take you over there, okay? So think about the grub truck. Think about the top left camera. Number 1, with all the windows. Number 2, think about that top left camera or the bottom left camera. The bottom left camera where you see the pillars. The pillars are straight back in the bottom left camera, okay? Pillars straight back, bottom left camera. There's the pillars right there. So those pillars are going to be straight back in the bottom left camera. And we're going to come around and we're going to turn in, and you guys are going to shit when you see this in the daytime. And we're at 3 minutes and 3 hours, 38 minutes of the video. If you want to get your grub truck video and come back to 3 hours and 38 minutes, I'm telling you, compare the two and you'd be like, what? The corner club is off to the right. All right, so this is where we're turning down. This is where grub truck is. This is where grub truck is. See the pillars? Now this is what's sketchy. Okay. Remember the windows. This is what I'm saying. Remember the windows that were on the top. There's your pillars. Let me rewind it. Let you guys see it again in the daytime because this shit's crazy. Just wait. Another visual. Straight back. You see the pillars, okay? You see the pillars. Yeah, we're going to get to the windows in a second. You see the pillars straight back, right? So that means the grub truck is to the left, okay? Grub truck is to the left. Pillars straight back. Grub truck to the left. Pillars. Now, when you see the awnings to the right, Remember the top left camera, you got the windows going down. You got the awnings. So when you're seeing the top left camera and you see the windows and you see the people going up and away from the camera, that means they're coming back towards my vehicle. Now, this is even creepier, everybody. Look, when you're watching the Grub truck, do you see these sketchy ass dark alleys at night? Sketchy ass dark alley going that way and going behind me for blocks going each way. Can you imagine how creepy that is? That's the Grub truck during the day. That's where the Grub truck, not that spot, it's off to the left. So I'll leave you with this image right here. You got the Grub truck off to the left. You got the awnings to the right. You got the pillars ahead of you. And then you got those sketchy ass alleys in either direction going blocks. And you're going to tell me that none of those people that were going vroom on Twitch or paying for ladies' dinners and all this other stuff because they were cute on Twitch, you can't tell me that there wasn't one of those dudes creeping somewhere around there? It's so much crazier when you see this stuff with light. So I wanted to make sure that I went a little longer, leave these with